Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Browns NFL Early Games Update Show, we'll call it. Right now, things have not bode well for the Browns as they are finding themselves down 24-9 in the third quarter with 2:25 to go. We're going to talk about today's game and all the games. We get the picks of the week, but first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 uh, NFL Week 10 trivia question. Uh, what college quarterback was a walk on with Oklahoma in 2014? Um, After transferring from Texas Tech, but went on to win the starting job and the 2017 Heisman Trophy, a charismatic figure with endorsements from Hulu, among others. He was drafted number one overall by the Cleveland Browns in 2018. Who is this quarterback? I'll have the answer later in the podcast. Um, it's week 10 of the NFL, and we got plenty of action for you today. The Browns are taking on the Baltimore Ravens as we speak, and the Browns just scored a touchdown, and hopefully they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. And they're taking on the Baltimore Ravens right now at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The Browns are coming off a 27-0 win over the Arizona Cardinals last week, and they are playing a Ravens team that blew out the Seattle Seahawks last week, 38-3. The Browns will look to go to 6-3 with a win over the Ravens today, and the Ravens are going to look to go to 7-2 with a win over the Browns. And if they can hold down Lamar Jackson, I think and the Ravens offense, I feel the Browns can get the win. The Browns feel really good about Watson's shoulder slash rotator cuff, which is rotator cuff, heading into the game against the Ravens today, heading into this game today. Watson is starting and he is playing right now, and he hopes he has another fantastic performance like he did against Arizona last week. Uh, and right now it is they're going to do it. They are going to do a 2-point conversion. We'll see if they get it. And it was Watson to Nate Harris for the to Kareem Hunt tied them for the excuse me Watson to Kareem Hunt for the tie for the 3-yard touchdown, and and rushes up the middle, attempt succeeded. It's now a let's see if they get it. Watson is going to run, and they got it, and they are now down by a touchdown, 24-17. If they could score one more before the end of the third quarter or in the fourth, they could tie it, and we could have overtime. We'll let you know. I'll keep you updated. Uh, Meanwhile, the Ravens, they're coming off a 33 to 3 win over the Seahawks last week. And they're really hoping to do what they did last week. And right now they're up by a touchdown. So, and, but, and the Baltimore Ravens, I think the Browns relied on a similar formula this season. A star quarterback paired with one of the league's top defenses. And Lamar Jackson has been healthy and has played every game so far. Deshaun Watson hasn't, but he is expected to be on the field when the teams meet, which are playing right now. Deshaun is a playmaker, Ravens coach John Harbaugh said. He is going to do it on time with the rhythm passing and the quick game, and can do it with play action, the boots and the play action stuff on their end zone, off their end zone, off their zone, run game, and then he can do it as far as extending the play. Baltimore beat Cleveland 28-3 earlier this season, as you know, but that was with Watson out and Dorian Thompson-Robinson making his first career start. When the team's playing right now, Excuse me, I'm having a little technical difficulty here. I don't know what has just happened here, but I'm gonna try to get it back, but sorry about that. I do apologize for that. And with the teams playing right now as we speak, uh, and uh, now in Baltimore, the two-star quarterbacks we're ready, and the matchup between them is actually pretty rare. Watson's injury kept him out of the Browns Ravens matchup this back in October, and last season the first meeting pitted Jackson against Jacoby Brissett with Watson suspended. The second matchup was between Watson and Tyler Huntley because of an injury to Jackson. Jackson and Watson did face off twice when the latter was with Houston. The Ravens beat the Texans 41-7 in 2019 and 33-16 in 2020. The quarterback shouldn't expect an easy game on Sunday. Well, as they are, it has not been easy. The Browns are 5-3. They're going to look to go to 6-3 and are ranked number one in the NFL in total defense. With the Ravens 7-2 at number two, Cleveland's coming off a 27-0 win, as I mentioned, over Arizona, in which the Cardinals finished with only 58 net yards, the lowest total by any team in the NFL this season. In fact, the Browns' defense is responsible for the three lowest yardage totals of the season, with the Ravens' defense at number 5 on that list after holding Seattle to 151 yards in a 37-3 route last week. Well, 38-3 route. They are very talented, Watson said. I mean, they know exactly what they want to do. A lot of the guys played a lot of football, a lot of depth in that defense, and they make you earn everything. When star running back Nick Chubb was lost for the season in week 2 with a knee injury, the Browns knew it would be nearly impossible to replace him with one player. So they are using 3. They have turned to a trio: Kareem Hunt, Jerome Ford, and Pierre Strong Jr., to keep its rushing attack rolling. The committee approach has worked. The Browns entered today's game with ranked third in the league with 1,444.1 yards, rushing per game, and they found a way to keep all the 3 backs satisfied in supporting roles. Each brings a different skill set to the position, and offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt believes, excuse me, that variety gives him more options. Kareem Hunt's just a grinder, man, Van Pelt said. He's a hard runner, makes good cuts, gets positive yards. Jerome, his ability to catch a ball out of the backfield makes guys miss, has that speed, the long speed as well. Then you get Pierre in the mix, and he's a true speed guy. Keaton Mitchell made quite an impression for Baltimore after he had no carries in his first 2 NFL games. He ran for 138 yards on 9 attempts against Seattle, including a 40-yard touchdown. Mitchell is an undrafted rookie from East Carolina. The uncertainty in Cleveland has shifted from the quarterback to the offensive line. Starting left tackle Jedrick Wills is inactive today, and at least for 3 more with a knee sprain suffered last week. The loss of Wills now on injured reserve is complicated by rookie right tackle DeJuan Jones being slowed by a knee and shoulder injury. Jones missed practice this week, forcing Cleveland's coaches to try other options in case the 6'8", 375-pounder uh, uh, can't go. Another option is to slide All-Pro left guard Joel Bitonio to left tackle. It's one of those things where we're battling, and we know it's football, Bitonio said. Obviously, you'd rather have your first 5 out there continually sakes, excuse me, but we're going to work this week and we're going to try and do our best. Along with getting their first shutout since 2007 last week, the Browns pulled off something maybe not historic, but certainly important as 0 turnovers. It was the first time this season the Browns didn't have a fumble or interception. Cleveland entered last week leading the league with 17 giveaways. We had a small victory party on Monday as we got the team back together. Van Pelt said, literally, we shot off confetti blue air horns. It was cool, celebrating no turnovers. All 4 teams in the AFC North the Ravens are 7-2, but there's 3 teams in the AFC North that are 5-3, and the Browns and Ravens are playing right now with about 40 seconds left in the third quarter, and Cincinnati in their next 2 games after traveling to Baltimore, they're going to be here for Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Right now, they're playing Houston, and we'll get to that momentarily. The Ravens won't have much time between their next 2 games because that matchup with the Bengals is on Thursday night. It's huge because obviously you have a few days off after that, so I think the big key is just locking in on the task at hand, just not looking forward, just taking each day one at a time. Baltimore linebacker Patrick Queen said, when a game presents itself, go out there and dominate. After that game, just whatever you have to do to recover, and come into the next game on a short week and just get ready to dominate again. And that is the truth right there. And we just come to the end of the third quarter. It's 24-17, 4th and 26. Baltimore has the ball. Hopefully the Browns will get the ball back. We'll get to the picks of the week in just a moment, but right now it's time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 Browns NFL Week 10 NFL trivia question. And it is a Browns one. What college quarterback was a walk-on with Oklahoma in 2014? After transferring from Texas Tech, but went on to win the starting job and the 2017 Heisman Trophy, a charismatic figure with endorsements from Hulu, among others. He was drafted number 1 overall by the Browns in 2018. Who is this quarterback? If you said Baker Mayfield, you are correct. Baker Mayfield was a walk-on with Oklahoma, transferred to Texas Tech, and won the Heisman Trophy in 2017, and was a charismatic figure and endorsements, and he from Hulu, among others, and he was drafted by the Browns in 2018. I'll have another trivia question on my next podcast, which will be tomorrow night, so stay tuned for that. All right, now it is time for the picks of the week. Uh, Thursday night, the Chicago Bears, excuse me, beat the Carolina Panthers 16-13 in Chicago. And you already know because I recapped that for you yesterday. We both took Chicago, my brother-in-law. We both won on that one. This morning in Germany bank at Dutch Bank Park in Germany, the Indianapolis Colts in a low-scoring game beat the New England Patriots 10-6. And I got to give the game balls to the Colts, and it was low scoring between these two teams. And Jonathan Taylor ran a first quarter touchdown, and Mac Jones threw a crucial interception in the fourth, and Indianapolis held on for the 10-6 win. New England Patriot over the New England Patriots in Germany, and they were limited, I think, to just one touchdown and one field goal. I think today, or just one touchdown or two field goals. I think the Patriots, and this was just the Patriots. They have failed to score a touchdown in at least 3 games in their first 10 games since '95. And Belichick, I know, was very disappointed and not happy. But I got to give the game balls to the Indianapolis Colts. Gardner Minshew, 18 of 28 carries and attempts, 194 yards, one interception. Jonathan Taylor, 23 attempts, 69 yards, one touchdown. And Michael Pittman, 8 receptions, 84 yards. I took Indianapolis and won on that one. My brother-in-law took the Patriots. He lost on that one. The Browns are down 24-17 with 14:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Hopefully we can tie it up and send it to overtime. And I took the Browns. My brother-in-law took the Ravens. So that's another one we didn't agree on. The Houston Texans are beating Cincinnati at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio, 27-17 with a second and 8 at the Houston 40, 8:52 to go in the fourth. Houston has the ball. We both took the Bengals on that one. We both agreed on that one. The San Francisco 49ers are all over the Jacksonville Jaguars today in Jacksonville, 34-3. Fourth quarter, 12:34 to go. Jacksonville has the ball, 3rd and 10 at the Jacksonville 23. But it's not. It's been a long day for Jacksonville. The Minnesota, and we both took San Francisco. My brother-in-law, and I both did. The Minnesota Vikings are beating the New Orleans Saints 27-11 at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. 13:21 left to go in the fourth. 1st and 10, Minnesota at the Minnesota 17. The Saints have the ball. My brother-in-law and Eric Hoyle and I both took Minnesota. Yeah. The Pittsburgh Steelers are beating the Green Bay Packers 20-19. They're clinging to a 1-point lead at Askew Stadium in Pittsburgh. 2nd and 4th at the Green Bay 19. With 8:51 to go in the fourth. Pittsburgh has the ball. My brother-in-law and I both took Pittsburgh for that game. We both took the Steelers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are beating the Tennessee Titans 20-6 at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with 6:29 to go in the fourth. 2nd and 10 at the Tennessee 48, and the Titans have the ball. And there was no, thank God. But it's a 1st and goal. Baltimore has the ball, and I'm hoping the Browns can get it back. And my brother-in-law and I, we both took Tampa Bay for that one. Actually, I took Tampa Bay. He took the Titans, excuse me. In the late games, the Atlanta Falcons take on the Arizona Cardinals at State Farm Stadium in Arizona. Kyler Murray will be returning for that game. He'll be playing in it today. And my brother-in-law and I, we both took Atlanta for that one. and the Detroit Lions will be taking on the Los Angeles Chargers at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. I took the Lions, so did my brother-in-law. Uh, the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants at AT&T Stadium in Big D, and we both took the Cowboys, my brother-in-law and I. The Washington Commanders will be playing the Seattle Seahawks at Lumen Field in Seattle. I took Seattle and so did my brother-in-law on that one too. The New York Jets take on the Los Angeles Raiders tonight on Sunday Night Football. I took the Raiders. My brother-in-law and I took the Jets, so we have three we don't agree on. And Monday Night Football tomorrow night, the Denver Broncos take on the Buffalo Bills at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo. And we both took Buffalo on that one. But right now, it's first and goal at actually 2nd and 9 at the Cleveland 11. Ravens have the ball, and it's 13:48 left to go in the fourth. And now it's a 2nd and goal. So we shall see how this game is going to turn out. We'll see if the Browns can get the ball back this fourth quarter and score and get a touchdown to send it to overtime and get the win. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Shot Sports 101. Browns and Browns and NFL early games Week 10 update show. I'll be back with the post-game show once the game between the Browns and Ravens has concluded and all the early games have concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.